Hello, friends. Welcome in. Welcome in. My name is Heidi. I'm a regular real person just like you. I'm reading cards today, okay? I'm doing a weekly forecast for all of the 12 zodiac signs by group. So the first group being read here is the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's get this going. Your vibes for the week ahead here. You've got the number 9, darkest fears. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is not a very bright space to be in, and I'm sending you so much love, so much love. This is like the Nine of Swords in tarot, okay? Sleepless nights, fears, worries, depression, anguish, these kinds of things just let us down. Darkest fears. We have the ability to magnify, to make it bigger, okay? When we focus on what's wrong or problems that we have in our life or how we feel, when we don't feel so good and we focus on I don't feel so good, that becomes greater. That magnifies and creates larger patterns in our lives. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, darkest fears. Now listen, it's a choice. It is a choice to decide to entertain fear, worry, doubt, thought patterns, emotional patterns, okay, or to see the light of day. I really do see that this person sees the light of day and knows that it will take some time for things to change and unfold in whatever way it's supposed to. But I see how this is all in the headspace. There are no hands in this card. It's not up to you to do anything. Okay. Spirit is really calling the fire signs to make peace this week. Make some kind of peace, lest you accidentally manifest the darkest fears through intense worry patterns. Real stuff, guys. When we're trying to manifest good things in our life, the ticket is to focus on that, to keep thinking about it, to do things that are like that, right? But when we're accidentally focusing on fears and the worst that could possibly happen, worst case scenarios, then we're keeping that pattern alive, and we can accidentally activate it right into being. Okay, so recognize everything starts with the thought, and your thoughts are powerful, fire sign, and your thoughts are speaking to you. I'm feeling like there's some darker thoughts potentially. I want to say to some fire signs here that your divine spirit team and even your past loved ones in spirit will never tell you terrible things. They will never condemn you. They will never be mean or angry or urge you to do things that are out of your character. So I want to say that we have many who are spiritually aware here. However, hearing the voice of negativity is never a spiritual ability. Sometimes that's just us inside, down ourselves, or whatever the case may be. So I just want to clarify that here. Your divine spirit team, your higher self will never say, "You're such a fuck up." They'll never say that. How did you screw that up? We'll tell ourselves that in our heads, right? Okay, but our spirit team would never say that. Higher self would never say that. So if you feel like you're getting information from out, spiritual information from beyond you, it will never ever be negative. It won't be. And if it is, please cleanse your energy and potentially maybe seek some kind of treatment for hearing things that aren't there, because it can happen in this 3D physical dimension. I am not a medical doctor of anything at all, and I'm talking to someone here. These videos are also uploaded to YouTube afterwards, so it may even be someone who's going to catch this on the replay. I need to say that sometimes our bodies need some kind of care, all right? And they may be a little physiologically out of whack, and we may need something to help correct and align that. And that's what I'm speaking of here, because there is often mediumship where you can hear your past loved ones, your spirit guides, your higher self, even your angels. Okay, but they will never ever cause negativity or put negativity on you. That is something else. Okay, and it may need to be addressed in a personal way. So that's your vibes, darkest fears. Okay, let's talk about this. What's going on? Exhaustion. The card is number 20. Exhaustion. This person is asleep on the stairs. Okay, so fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you definitely need to pause. Okay, is that your darkest fear? If I pause, if I stop, if I take a break, everything will stop. The momentum will falter. Things will come crumbling down. The bills won't be paid. Like, realistically, I can understand having fears around this, but you must pencil in the time that you need to keep yourself adequately rested, hydrated, and have that nutrition as well. So you're eating sufficiently, okay, for you. So this exhaustion card, what's going on? 20. Listen, 2 and 0 adds up to the number 2. All right. And I really feel like this 2 is like you doing a whole heck of a lot, and that 0 might be other people who aren't really doing their part. Okay. Let's just talk about this a little bit. Fire sign. You can run yourself into the ground and then you're going to collapse on the stairs and need a 2-day long nap. Okay. But there are other people who may be available to help just a little bit to lighten the load or take a bit off your plate of your shoulders. Okay. Again, darkest fear. Are you afraid that people will reject you if you don't do everything for them? I feel something like that here. If I ask for help, they might not do it, and then we'll miss out on the opportunity. Okay. I can feel some fears around others upholding their part. That's why you do it all, right? That's why I do all the things, because others don't do their things, so I have to do all the things, but eventually that runs out. That is not a pattern that you want to keep for the next 5 years, is it? So maybe, just maybe, holding others accountable to do their fair share so that you're not so drained and exhausted. And I see how even these fears can rob you of today. Like if I get trapped in the headspace and I'm in a dark mood, sometimes it ruins the entire day. Okay. So you have the choice. You have the choice to say, you know what? The worst of the day is behind me. I'm going to shift my mood, my attitude, and I'm going to do something a little different and make the best of whatever's in front of me now. Fire sign. Now, it does say call on your divine helpers to ease your exhaustion. So I do say to you, ask spirit to infuse you with excess energy. If you feel low, ask them, hey, can you infuse me with some high vibe energy? Perk me up a little. I've got some things to do, spirit, and I could use this. And then take some deep intentional breaths and allow that to settle in and over you. Receive that, okay? And then move through your day and see how much better you feel if you just ask. Now, I couldn't make this up if I tried. Additional factors here. These look like the same card. What's going on? Our fire sign's exhausted and asleep on the stairs. So what's an additional factor here? The card is number 38, restore and replenish. I couldn't make that up. Fire sign. Is this your fear, like that you just can't pause, that you can't take time out for you, that everything, the momentum will stop, or whatever this could be, but the momentum will stop if you don't take care of you and something happens so where you can't keep step. Right now, it's still within your control. Okay, spirit is saying right now, it's only a fear that you have, okay, of pulling in or pulling back that's preventing something. However, if you continue to move forward in whatever way this is, it's going to end up coming back to bite you. That's why spirit is calling you to call a spade a spade. Let things be how they are. Pull into yourself here and replenish your energy. Fire sign. This 3 and 8 adds up to the number 11. That's a master number. 11 is a divine number. It's an awakening number. Okay. And it's about choosing you and recognizing that without you, like, your life is nothing. You have nothing if you cannot function and be and do, but you cannot continue this without pulling in and recharging. There are some things that you just cannot continue to juggle and keep step with. So spirit is suggesting to the fire signs, if you can't like pull in and have some time to yourself, like a weekend away or some covers over the head, some Netflix and chill, like this kind of thing, then you need to pencil in some self-care time more regularly. So you can't like unplug, then okay, at the end of the day, you need to set aside 20 or 30 minutes to just be alone and just leave all your problems outside of that space. Okay. And then you'll feel a bit better to boost up for the next thing the next day or whatever this could be. Okay. But I do feel it a necessity, a need to unplug. And spirit says that if you don't listen to that calling, okay, the call to slow down, to pause, to wait, to replenish your energy, then you will be parked. I don't want to say that, but that is the way it works. If we don't listen, then it happens to us. And your darkest fear at this time could be that you can't keep this going without, I can't take a break. Heidi, what are you talking about? I can't stop this. I can't stop this. And in the meanwhile, then you're trying to avoid something here. And spirit is saying it's that pause is necessary and it's going to happen whether you like it or not. So maybe agree to it and put some terms of your own around it so that you're comfortable with taking that break and taking that pause. I'm telling you, sometimes we get a flat tire, car breaks down, we break our foot. Guess who's not going anywhere now? All of these people who are laying on the stairs and shit. I don't want that to happen to you. So I want you to use your awareness and honor your own needs. Fire sign. Aries, this is incredible here. You've got major arcana card number 9, the Hermit. Which is almost exactly like this card here, the rest and replenish, or the restore and replenish. The Hermit pulls in a lot of depictions. The Hermit is like way far away from anyone else, and there's a great distance in between the Hermit and anyone else, and it's their choosing. Okay, when we say we're going into Hermit mode, like a hermit crab, I'm pulling in. I'm not focused on you, I'm focused on me, I'm focused on what's going on inside of me. Okay, some of this, I want to say to Aries, could be emotional. I feel the emotional intensity. Like, you know how when we get tired, like we're cranky, hello, like children, like toddlers, like I don't get enough rest, so I'm grouchy. Okay, well, get the fucking rest in. All right, so you could be your better self when you re-emerge. Hello, you know these things about you, so why do you let them slide? And then you aren't quite the best version of yourself that you know you want to be. Okay, so Spirit is saying, pull in and give yourself whatever in the heck that it is that you need, and find that clarity within you before you re-emerge into any of the other stuff. I feel like these fears in the headspace are preventing you from something. And whatever that is that you're reaching for the outer world towards, it's something that you're actually going to find within you. Okay, no one else is going to solve that problem, that glitch, that issue with your life. You will find the clarity, and you will find the willpower and the inclination from within yourself to smooth that over. It's not coming from outside of you, Aries. So Spirit is pushing you inward. Leo, you've got the Six of Cups showing up for you here. The Six of Cups can be about the past returning into your now. Okay, someone from the past coming back in, like I just love you and I can't stay away from you, that kind of thing. Okay, it can also be about you recognizing who you used to be and who you are now, recognizing who those people used to be and who they are now. And how do you vibe with that, Leo? How do you vibe with the way things are moving and flowing and growing and unfolding in your life? You are the one who's living the life. You get to choose what you're involved in, what you're not involved in. You get to say no and close doors, even doors that want to reemerge from the past. This person is happy. Spirit is calling Leo to recapture some of that youthful innocence. Maybe you've been an adult for far too long. Okay, that's kind of what I feel for Leo. It's like, man, I'm exhausted. I don't have a lot of help that I can count on, but I can't take a break. I can't take a pause. I have all these fears in my head. What about these letdowns or this, that, or whatever? And you just very adult here in the mindset, and that kind of rigidity manifests the same quality of energy patterns and experiences. Okay, so follow me here, Leo, that this is this Six of Cups, the guidance on this card from Spirit is to anchor in some of that high vibe youthful innocence, that curiosity, the wonderment, the awe. All of these things will help to boost your energy back up, and help you to feel better as you move through all the things that you know you have to do anyway. Okay, you have to allow yourself, maybe this is a call to play games. All right, you have to allow yourself to have fun. If you don't have no fun at all, you're going to wither up and die. All right, I'm just going to say that right now. Leo, you've got to have some fun and be okay with having fun. It doesn't break your pattern or stall your momentum just because you took a step back and decided to go out dancing, or go play your game for a while, or whatever this could be, Leo. All right, you're going to pick it back up better than where you left it, because your vibrational frequency is going to be much more in alignment with the positive result. Leo. Sagittarius, you have the Queen of Pentacles here. All right. So the Queen of Pentacles is independent and capable. All right, this is somebody who pays her own bills, and she don't need your opinion or your validation or any of those things. This is a forgiveness, not permission kind of an individual. All right, I don't ask you. You don't pay my bills. I am who I am. You take me or leave me. Okay, that's how the Queen of Pentacles is here. And I want to say to you this: she is not in charge or in care of others. All right, this ain't the King of Pentacles. She ain't the sugar mama of the situation. So Sagittarius, this is about you buckling down to your physical priorities, the lifestyle that you want to be living, that you see for yourself, and walking in that direction unapologetically. All right, I could see how you're trying to build something for yourself. Hello, I want to say, like, haven't you? I'm feeling some emptiness in these cards. And I want to remind you, Sagittarius, that anything that you have created in life ever was your doing, was it not? You created, you sustained it, you magnetized, attracted it in. And now where you're at, I can feel how there's a bit of a stumbling block. Like, what? I'm usually so successful. I usually have a flow and a flair about me. And usually it works. I'm commanding. For some reason, it's not quite flowing here. I want to say to you that anything that's kind of like newish, okay, is going to take time to resonate with your pattern. All right. You have a very strong vibrational frequency. That influence is commanding. However, it's going to take a bit of time for others to kind of follow suit with what it is that you have going on. So you need to make sure that you're taking a break and having those meltdowns in private, if that's what it is for you, so that you can continue to lead from this place, or appear in this way that you know you like to show up, Sagittarius. So what's important is, I don't want you to can the plans. I kind of feel how there's a stutter to the step. There's a falter here. And you're like, oh no, am I failing? Is this not going to work? And Spirit is saying, give it time. Give it time to work. Give it time to blend. Give it time to flow. You know what's going on. You know that you're in charge of this. And just because it's not quite catching up in the physical, it will. All right. But if you're hopeless and you say, oh, forget it, I'm giving up, it's not going to work, then it won't. Then it absolutely won't, because you're that determining factor. But if you keep at it, it's going to come around. That's what I have for Sagittarius. That is what I have for all of the fire signs today. Thank you, fire signs.